Hi, my name is Alejandro Bagioli, and today I'm going to talk about best gaming laptops 2022 on the market we have right now. Okay, so let's begin. A little bit of my personal background is that since I was 10 years old, I got really into this kind of stuff, which is laptops to be in general. Um, I like how they're made. I like the components, and I like in general everything about them. I love my electronics. I love to understand how things work. And when I was little, I wanted to learn about it. So that is why I got into this kind of stuff. So I will consider me a person that has knowledge but has never used it. Just like a person that can study a career but never actually um, do a job with that knowledge. My friends usually told me that I have enough like understanding of components and all that kind of stuff to actually make my own build PC. But because of the life I have never tried it. So the closest thing that I can do is buy a laptop, which I have actually bought three of them. As you can see in this slide, two of the laptops that I actually had in my life, the on the top right of this part is HP Omen. I had one HP Omen 15 are called. I had one last year. I had to change it because I actually use it for enough years, like four. So um, that was my last PC, and right now I have this one, which you can see right here. It's an MSI uh, GS75 Stealth. I'm pretty happy with this laptop, to be honest. So that will be the personal background. Like I know, I have my knowledge, and I think it's a good project for an industrial engineering because that is my major. So Uh, the audience which I'm targeted right now is any person who wants to buy a gaming laptop in 2022. I know many person actually nowadays they're willing to buy a new laptop, um, and they're searching for something good. A gaming laptop is something good that you can buy. Actually, I was pretty surprised when I got my first one. I saw a total different world between a normal PC and a gaming one. Refrigeration, overall speed. There are lots of factors that are better, but they also are they cost more. Usually, a gaming PC um, costs more than an average computer that you can buy anywhere. So I'm also doing this work um, to actually bring some information to any person that is interested in this kind of stuff. I know there are lots of people that actually want or may interest one gaming PC, and there are lots of people that just want to hear about it, or because maybe they have in mind buying one in the future. So also owners of a gaming PC that want to change their device, and just in general anyone who wants a good PC, a good laptop, something that can bring him or her power and confidence, and just a device that will be always there to give you the max effort the device can. So that would be pretty much the audience. So the importance of the whole thing is that just like when you buy a car, you gotta first know everything about the car. Um, Usually persons actually get a lot into cars because of this. They like to know everything about the car they're buying. And here in the laptops, I actually do the exact same thing. I usually um, compare them with cars because like you buy a car and you will have it, I don't know, like 5 6 years is the average that a person has a car. A laptop is usually 3 to 4 years before, and then you have usually to change it or buy a new one. So pretty much I will see a comparison between laptop and car. um, you will be attached to, as I said, to your device for a couple of years. Also because it's a big inversion. Usually people are willing to buy a gaming laptop and they're willing to spend big quantities of money. Um, and also I will be giving it uh, a point to the importance to, you may not need it, to be honest. Like there are some persons who are willing to buy a gaming laptop just because they see it cool, or because they see it that it's pretty nice. A friend maybe had one or has one, and you see it and you think that um, I need it. But there are some persons that actually don't need it, or they need a different device for their everyday job or necessities. Now, an overview of the design. We'll be analyzing a total of four very different laptops. Two are some kind of similar, but at the end of the day, they're pretty different. We'll be using the criteria of performance, price, externals, size and weight, material quality, general discussion, and a part which I like to call, are you being ripped off? Then, any laptop can be analyzed by using these same methods that or criteria that we'll be using. A total of two tables will be analyzed, and we'll have pros and cons of each device. One table is just a 5-star grading criteria for better understanding. I will explain why I give each 5-star or 4-star depending, and why. So the table 2 will be a review of everything, and of table 1, to make it easier to understand. It's just like an overall explanation of table 1. So let's start with table. First will be the criteria for comparison. So I will explain a little bit more about the criteria that I will be taking. The performance is pretty much how good is the laptop in his work, or how good is to do everything that a normal laptop usually does. Price will be a very important part. Usually price is the one that decides the person actually sees the price to decide if they're going to buy it or not. Externals is practically the components of the PC out of it, not inside. Inside will be the performance part. Externals will be just the USB charger, screen, camera, etc. Then size and weight. Many persons actually like a bigger laptop, and at the end of the day, they don't have space for a big laptop, and that's a problem that happens a lot. Material quality is just an overview of how the laptop is made. A general discussion is what people think about it. If I see any problems about it, or professionals have seen any problems, and are you being ripped off? It's pretty much the common feeling of practically being you thinking that the laptop is not what you bought, what you were thinking that you were getting. So let's start with the table. 5-star grading criteria evaluation. First will be MSI GS66 Stealth. It's a pretty similar laptop to the one I had. Has some different things, and actually on 2022 that we are right now, it has better components, performance, and externals than before. Like for example, when I bought this, which has a year, it's not that old, but MSI has done a good job on increasing in general the overall laptop or the value of their laptops. So performance I gave of 4.5. Performance in general for gaming laptops, it's pretty standard. Like they do good in performance, even if it's a budget one. They do better than average PCs or laptops. Price for the MSI GS66, it actually has a pretty good price, I would say. I gave 3.5 stars. Just like the Asus ROG Strix Scar 17, I think they're two very good overall price to be compared with other laptops in the market, and they also have similar performance, pretty much the same performance. Um, on the CPU, the latest that we got in the market is the i9. In the MSI, I think it's not. It doesn't come with a i9. It comes with a i7. Also on the Asus ROG. So overall, they're pretty good, but they're not perfect. That is why I gave 4.5 points or stars. Also in price, they're pretty good, but not perfect. On externals, MSI wins. Uh, Asus ROG is good on externals, but the problem that it has is one less USB. Usually USB are pretty important on a laptop. Size and weight, they're pretty good, both. On this one, I gave 5 points to the Asus ROG because it has better dimensions and portability in general. Materials quality, I gave 4 stars, so better overall grade to the MSI G66 Stealth because it's made full of metal, and the Asus ROG is not. Has some parts of plastic which are pretty dangerous when your laptop falls. In general discussion, I didn't find any problems. Just like, well, I found some, but they're like pretty general. They can be fixed by quick change in the system or things that you can actually, as an owner, do or change. They're just like preferences that they come with the laptop. Are you being ripped off? I will say both of these laptops are not ripping you off. You may feel it. That is why I give a 4. They're not complete completely give you confidence about it, but they actually are like nice laptops to buy, and overall you will get something that will make you feel nice with what you bought. Then I will start with the Razer Blade, which is a laptop that it has some kind of problems. Is in a weird spot, I will say, today in the market. But overall, I will say it's a good laptop if you want to buy it. If you have the money, if you don't mind your money, I think it will be a good option. Performance has 4 stars from what I saw. It has some kind of thermal throttling, which is actually that the laptop slows down when it reaches peak temperatures. For price, it's the highest price that I've seen on a laptop. Almost like I will give it a 2.2 stars, almost one to be honest, 1.5, because the laptop it's pricier than what it brings to the table at the end of the day. Externals will be perfect externals, just like the MSI GS66. Size and weight will be nice, so is not 5 stars, but it's actually 4. Materials quality, it's a 5 star. It's full aluminum. You know that if this laptop is gonna fall or is gonna get a heat, it will be very weird if it's going to affect the overall system. General discussion, in general, people are pretty good. They feel good with this laptop, which, to be honest, if I bought this laptop for their price and have all these problems, I wouldn't feel good. But in general, people in internet, in general discussions, in threads, they give like overall good to this laptop. And then, are you being ripped off? I gave 3.5 stars, which is pretty much the feeling of being ripped off. But the laptop brings good things to the table, actually. Even if it's pricier than the other two. Then the Acer Nitro is the budget. I don't think I need to talk about it much because just like budget things, they're good. They do the job. But in general, they are a bit bad, I would say. If you compare just how spending a couple of more dollars will give you. That's in general what the Acer Nitro 5 will give you. The price is very good, but at the end of the day, you get a worse laptop than if you were spending more money into it. Okay, now we're on table 2, which is the recommendation in the selection of your device. Pretty much in this table, I will explain the overall of each answer that I gave. So, if you're a person that has no budget limit and you want the full characteristic, you can buy the first 3 laptops. They're the laptops you want to aim. And actually, Razer, I will give it a bit worse grade, but it's still a good choice. Then, if you don't want to spend a lot of money but need all the characteristics, the first 2 laptops, MSI GS66 Stealth and Asus ROG Strix Car 17, they're pretty much what you need to get. Also, the Acer Nitro 5 is something that you can buy, but you won't be getting all that the market can offer you. And then if you have a budget, very low budget limit, and you want to spend money, but you don't mind not having full characteristics or full power, you can buy the Acer Nitro 5. And I would not recommend any of the 3 first laptops we got over here. Okay, now the conceptual model that I did, it's pretty much gaming laptops. They're high costs, medium cost, low costs. On the high cost, you can get a high cost laptop with good characteristic. There are out there in the market. Usually a high cost laptop. They're also way more, have better externals and all that kind of stuff. And then there are some high costs but with problems, just like the Razer Blade 17 that we saw before. Medium costs with good characteristics, bad characteristics, or problems. The 2 laptops that we saw here on this presentation, MSI and Asus, are both very good for medium costs. I will actually compare them with high costs with good characteristics, but they have lower prices and they just change very few things at the end of, like, you won't even recognize if you are a person that is not uh, very into this kind of stuff. Then there are low costs. We have low costs with problems. Those are the worst, the ones you don't want to aim. Like, you'll totally lose your money, and in the future you won't be able to have it back. And then low cost with correct characteristics, which is spending your money, but like know that you could be getting something better if you spend a little bit more. If you cannot spend that a bit more, you're getting a good laptop overall, better laptop than an average, um, but not the best the market has to offer. I would always go with a medium cost laptop with good characteristics, better than a low cost with low characteristics. I know there's a difference in price, but usually persons that are willing to buy a laptop, they don't look at the price as much as what the laptop can actually bring you. And to end, the conclusion will be that the all laptops have good things and bad things, but at the end of the day, it's just you can put it into the weight. You can give more importance to some stuff than other. At the end of the day, you're the person that is spending the money, and also the one that I will be using the laptop during the next few years. So to conclude, it's just what you're willing to get and what you are willing to spend. It's at the end of the and the, at the end of the day, the laptop that you will be getting, pretty much. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.